Good evening. Tonight we've got a different kind of film to what I usually do on this channel. I was very interested to notice that here this evening at this function that we're at, I actually met somebody whose channel in YouTube I was already subscribed to previously to tonight. I'm an admirer of his work. He does interesting films about Polish history, and he's in the process of writing a book about the Chełmno concentration camp. He's a personal acquaintance of the controversial historian David Irving, having met with him on numerous occasions and conducted with him numerous conversations, which I'd like to talk and interview him with right now for your education or whatever it is. Alan, maybe just start from the beginning. What got you started making this kind of film about concentration camps in Poland?
First of all, I'm a historian. I've been a historian for many years. What happened during the Second World War has been a fascination since I was about 11, 12 years old. From when I first read a book on this subject. In the 15, 16 years I've been in this country, I've done a lot of research of my own, and it's really basically a general interest.
Right. Have you visited all the concentration camps in Poland?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes, or maybe some minor sub-camps which aren't really well known that I haven't, but certainly all the major sites.
And you've also reviewed a number of historical documents concerning what happened in these places.
Yes, I've been in the archives of every single major archive in Poland. There may yet be those with relevant documents I haven't been in, but I use the word major.
Mm-hmm. And I understand that you have met David Irving on a few occasions. And
yes, I know him well.
You've discussed some of his theories with him. What's the nub, as it were, of your controversy with David Irving?
Well, I don't really have a controversy with him, but I would say more it's to what his opinions, as well as they differ from standard opinions. That is what he would regard as the controversy as being. Mm-hmm. I think he's coming around to a standpoint which is far more sensible. It's far more based on fact. He's no longer denying the Reinhardt killings in Bełżec, Treblinka and Sobibor. He's in fact to the stage he's even now claiming 2.4 million deaths, when in fact most of us would say the amount of people who were killed has probably been 1.5 to 1.7 million at absolute maximum. He accepts the killings that took place in the red and white houses in Birkenau. He's still arguing, I think, about the Kremmer 2 in Birkenau, but I'm sure he'll come round and even believe that 3, 4, 5 and 1 were in use, and he never did deny the mass shootings on the Eastern Front.
So I heard you say a moment ago that you thought that 1.7 million was the actual figure of fatalities at the concentration camps.
The death camps the Reinhardt camps. Yes.
The Reinhardt camps. So what about the total number of casualties or deaths during the Shoah in total?
What, in my opinion, or his?
In your opinion and in his opinion, where the difference is?
Okay, well, I think the fundamental difference is this: is that if you take the amount of people who were killed in camps, in my opinion, and this is, nearly everybody would agree with this, it's around 3 million. The other victims of the Shoah were people who died by other means, such as shooting, such as starvation, such as a disease which was more or less deliberately made, or other means.
Mm-hmm. And what would Mr. Irving say about that? Would he put the figure at 3 million in the camps?
Probably yes. Probably.
Okay, so effectively there's no real discrepancy between what Mr. Irving thinks now and what is acceptable historical thinking.
Yes, absolutely.
Does this mean that Mr. Irving's effectively been vindicated?
No, I don't think he said this
or that
before.
So that he's basically come around. So why has he now been, just 2.5 years ago was actually arrested in Austria?
Yeah.
If he was coming around to a more standard way of thinking on these matters, then why would they have arrested him?
Well, no.
Or was that before he?
No. He was bordering on this in any case then. But the reason for his arrest was that can't remember the exact wording in German. It's rather high German, but it's for reactivation of the Nazi Party. It was based on a speech he made in 1989, where he supposedly denied the existence of gas chambers in Auschwitz.
Do you think it was fair of the Austrians to arrest him at that point?
Well, if that is what the law was, then he broke the law. Then that seems fair. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I couldn't judge it. I don't think it on a personal basis. I don't think it serves any use putting people in prison.
On an internet radio station that I listen to, which is called playradiouk.com, there's been talk about how can it be that there are so many survivors of Auschwitz, Birkenau and other concentration camps. How can there be so many people surviving to tell the tale of it? How was it that the Germans, knowing that their time was up, left all of these convincing witnesses around to tell the tale? Why didn't they simply liquidate them when they knew their time was up?
Right. First of all, the overwhelming bulk of survivors of Auschwitz are people who come from Hungary. They were people who were deported from May 1944 and from May to July 1944 from Hungary to Auschwitz, and then there was a second wave in the late summer of 1944. These people would have been taken to the ramp at Auschwitz. They realized they couldn't kill them immediately. They sent them elsewhere to other sub-camps or to other camps such as Gross-Rosen or other places, and they then survived in that way. It was survivors, for example, also from Poland, would have came from places above all, such as in the Świętokrzyskie region. People were taken to Auschwitz in August 1944. Maybe also some from Łódź who were deported to Auschwitz around the 25th of August 1944.
Right. What's your view with regard to David Irving's continuing ban from being addressed in the British media? Do you think that now allowing him, seeing as he's come more round to the standard way of thinking, that actually it's not serving any purpose to continue preventing him from speaking in the media, speaking at the Oxford Union, places like that? Do you think perhaps it's actually counterproductive, that it would be better to allow him a free platform, seeing that he's already changed his views recently?
Well, I mean, I can't speak for other publications, so that would be unfair. To say, really honestly, you'd have to want to really ask those publications themselves. Now, as for the Oxford Union, I do understand, however, people not wanting to share a platform with Nick Griffin, who it is alleged that was going to speak with David Irving. I can understand that. I mean, certainly, I wouldn't be terribly keen on sharing.
Nick Griffin being the head of the BNP, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, we're coming to the end of your battery, I have to say. So therefore, I'm going to put in the side panel the link to your channel.